Hello everybody, welcome to Ace of Arenas. I recently picked up a new character, and I decided, hey, why not record me playing a game that I've never recorded ever. Hey. Recently I picked up Alice. Alice is a long-range magic user. Druid of Flames. Alice always believed that bears were the mightiest of creatures. Now she can turn into one at will, smashing any enemy invaders like flies. Now, the original Alice was a little bit different. In the last update, they patched her and made her a little bit less tanky, and also her abilities have changed. Originally, her soul swap, when it turned her into a bear, it was permanent until she turned it off, and it made her a permanent melee fighter. And her two abilities, Scorch and Light 'em Up, changed. When she was in bear form, Scorch caused her to roll into enemies, and Light 'em Up, I believe it's a ground pound, as you would put it. For anybody who's played Dante's Inferno, ridden one of those giant beasts, you know what I'm talking about. Slams into the ground, wall of fire and shit. They patched that. So now her abilities don't change. Oh, her passive is to ignite your target. But Soul Swap only teleports you there, and then anybody near there, when you teleport, takes damage. Your melee attack also does area of effect damage, and then when you deactivate the skill by pressing it again, the bear disappears or explodes and damages all enemies nearby. It's fairly decent ultimate. I personally love it. And Alice is by far my favorite character. My most played character at the moment is still Hiti. Fuck your connection. It hasn't failed. 46 games, 56% win rate. I'm an expert level 1. That means at the moment my credit is between 1200 and 1300, which is the third tier. This is just level 1 expert. I can't wait for the next one. I haven't even played... I don't even know what the difference between these are. Might and credit. I think might is actual... I think credit is just you continuously play and it continues to advance you. I think might... this is the one where you're actually ranked based on your skill. I haven't even gotten into that. I don't want to until I'm a lot better at this game. But I think just to start out, we're going to do a basic 3v3. I'm at 34% battery. So we should be able to get a full game into this. I'm going to... Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna pick my character, and then I'm gonna prop this up here.
I promise.
Alice, Hiti, and whatever the fuck that fish bitch's name is. I don't even know. Gotta love that sprite. Now, pardon me. I'm going to do something illegal in front of you guys. Please don't report me. I'm kidding, of course. Nobody's gonna report me for smoking a bowl. So it is Alice, Sasha, and Hiti versus Mishra, Lucan, and Rosmira. Ooh. They have a slight issue, I believe. I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact Rosmira and Lucan are both melee. Mishra, I think, is the Valkyrie, whose abilities are fairly long range, but she's also a melee character. Considering we have an Alice and a Hiti, that could turn out very bad for us, or very bad for them, depending on how well Sasha plays. So, as always, when I play Alice, first ability is to throw her teddy bear, and then I pick myself up a staff and a sage. This just makes it so that when I'm farming, Alice is a very effective farmer. She does very well in these kinds of situations. And it looks like Hiti is already timed out of her thing, and that is some bullshit. But oh wait, no, she's back in the game. But this ability, she throws a teddy bear and it explodes, dealing fire damage to everybody within the blast radius, as well as leaving lingering fire on the ground, which causes damage over time. Very effective for farming creeps at a low level.
Mr. Cuddly wants to
I don't
hug
think
you.
Lucan's gonna... Oh, Lucan is gonna try to fuck with me. Okay, you can just fuck off with me.
First blood.
Are we there yet?
Okay, so he's just gonna stand there. I'm gonna kill this creep. Get my second level. gonna hit him with this, hit him with this. Looking is going to die. Oh, there you go. Didn't take long, my first kill. Looks like we're about even on that score though. The other opponents have already gotten a kill as well. Not sure who pulled it off. I wasn't really paying attention. It's not my cup of tea. Now, typically at a low level, I'd want to increase my farming skill a little bit more, because that's what's going to work best for me in the long run in terms of getting creep kills. But you do have to keep in mind that I'm going to get constantly harassed by this Luke, and because he's a melee character and because of the way that he fights, I'm at a severe disadvantage. Well, I would be if, I was a worse player. I don't like to think that I'm a terrible player. I don't think I'm, fantastic, but I'm certainly better than I was when I first started. And that's saying quite a bit. When I first started, I was a bit of a shitty player. I've never really been a fan of MOBAs. I played the original, what is it, Dota? The one that comes with, World of Warcraft. Or not World of Warcraft, Warcraft. Anyways, I did play that, and it was very interesting, but I never really got into it until recently, just because I never really thought I had the skill set for it.
Mr.
I
Cuddly
found that
wants
to be
to hug
untrue.
you.
I am actually fairly decent at this game. There have been games where I have had up to like 32 kills and 1 death and 9 assists. I'm pretty sure it was the final tally on that, which is quite impressive in my eyes. So I'm just putting a little bit of harass on him. Now, her first ability not only does AoE, or not only sets him on fire, but it also is a separate incendiary, I guess you could say, as your passive that causes you to put damage over time. So you can basically double burn your opponent with your melee attack and with your ability, which is very powerful and very bullshit. If I have a high enough ability power. Let's go with that for now. I typically like to get 4 base items out of the way, so I typically like to start with Mage Boots, Staff of the Sage, Blade of Energy, and Energy Gem, and then work my way up from there in terms of
Are we there yet?
Rosemira decided to peek her head out. What's up, baby? You want to die? You want to die? Alright, come here. No, come here. Come here, bitch. Yeah, get in the fire. Thank you. Rosemira, I'm gonna fuck you up. I hate your fucking guts, honestly. That character has always pissed me off to no end. Just because when she gets to level 10, she gets really tanky, and she's almost impossible to kill, unless you have all 3 heroes.
Killing spree!
Unless you get her at an early game to the point where her money income is not going to be as good as it should, and her items aren't as powerful as they should be.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug
way to get
you.
around Rosemira late game. And most teams don't do it properly. You basically have to gank Rosemira at least 3 or 4 times before she gets to level 7.
Dominating.
Are we there yet?
Which looks like quite possibly has happened. I'm not going to check at the moment because it's not worth dying. But I will grab myself an energy gem, which gives me more mana.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
Here's the thing, you're on fire and you just subjected yourself to my turret. You're dead.
Killing spree.
That was a bumble on her part. You never should have fucking come
Killing spree.
A lot of people think that MOBAs aren't really strategy games. They're just, I don't even know how they classify them, but they don't consider them strategic at all, and that's entirely bullshit. It's like saying StarCraft isn't strategic. It really is. Every move you make will have an impact on you later down the game. Depending on how you farm in the early game, it determines how well you're going to perform in the end game once you get to that higher level with the better items and such. And I'm probably gonna die here. Oh, no. Almost though.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
I have Head Extension or Troll Blade.
Dominating.
Just because it's just more useful at the moment. Alright, so you got that lane. I'm going to go hit mid lane up after I take out these guys. Also, ability power is a very important thing for Alice. Because mainly, her melee is fairly shitty, to be honest. Doesn't deal that much damage. It's not very effective. However, once you start pooling your ability power, she is one of the tankiest characters. Just in terms of damage output, she is ridiculous.
Godlike.
And see, they're not even willing to fuck with me. I'm level 8, she's level 6, and she's level 6.
Dominating.
Cuddly wants to hug you.
Unstoppable.
What's my kill count? At the moment, I'm at 5 and 1 assist, no deaths.
Are we there yet?
She gets really tanky. Wow, I'm already level 9 and they're only now hitting level 6 or level 7 or so. Looks like those two are dueling it out. I'm gonna go help mid lane. Oh, never
Unstoppable.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go stealth up these niggas.
Double kill.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
Thank you. It's gonna increase my movement speed. I could take out Dragon, but honestly, my damage output isn't right for that. When I'm playing Hiti, I can fucking solo the Dragon fairly easily, actually. So I'm gonna throw this here. I'm gonna stand right here in the middle and just let you burn yourself for piss.
Are we there yet?
Literally, all of Alice's power comes from her abilities. Without her abilities, she's pretty much pointless.
Legendary.
Ooh.
Double
That scared the fuck out of me. I forgot.
Legendary.
Not a Hiti on the other team. So I was about to have a heart attack. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
Legendary.
That's that. Got quite a few assists.
Legendary. Double kill.
Angle from my face.
Legendary. Aced.
So at the moment, it looks like we're getting down to their base on
Mr.
the
Cuddly
right and
wants
left,
to hug you.
but not down the middle. I'm gonna go for the right lane after I completely destroy these fucking hobbits.
Are we there yet?
Okay, that's Homeboy teleporting.
Legendary.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
Where do you want to go from here? At this point, I want to get my magical staff and then get my dragon hung up, and then after that, there's another thing that really is important for Alice. It's going to cost me 1,800 gold. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to it in this game. Sometimes I have time, sometimes I don't.
Legendary.
Are we there yet?
Yeah. I backed out a little bit too early. I probably could have gotten another hit or so on that, but... well... now it's time to go gank.
Legendary.
Now, like,
Godlike.
Godlike. Yes, I am.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
Legendary. Aced.
Staff. Just for the extra magic power.
Shut down.
That was just fucking stupid. I don't know what my teammate was thinking pulling that shit.
Legendary.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
Double kill. Legendary.
Are we there yet?
Legendary.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
Double kill. Legendary.
Are we there yet?
Legendary. Aced.
Mr. Cuddly wants to hug you.
So it only took around, what, 15 minutes or so? 13 minutes. I am actually fairly proud of that. It's a good game. 6 and 7 assists. Did not have the most creep kills this game. I am not surprised. However, Hiti is also a very effective farmer. However, 37-3 is what I'd like to call domination. So, that was the first episode. And actually, you know what?